Hello listeners, and welcome to episode 5 of the Dunshelm Players audio drama Famous for Retreating. This is only a short episode, so as an extra special bonus we've included a deleted scene at the end. This scene was removed from the script for pacing reasons before the episode was even recorded, and years later the group returned to the scene and re-recorded it with new actors, including myself as Cedric. But before we get there, here's the final part of Famous for Retreating.
Pity? I was pitied. Pitied by a callow youth?
You seem a little ill at ease about all this, Lord Fair.
Ill at ease? Since when were you the advocate of understatement?
Did you not like the story, then?
Of course not. Me, the mightiest mage in this or any other world. Me, the greatest sorcerer in all branches of parascience. Me, pitied by a lowly, foul-smelling, leather-clad warrior thief in a stupid hat. And a female one, what's more. Why, it's...
Frightening.
Terrifying.
Disturbing.
Horrifying. In all my years, I've never heard anything so... Oh, very good, Treguard. That was a very clever ploy. Yes, you win.
What?
The thief's tale is by far the more disturbing. The crone's yours, Treguard. Take her and the amber and go in peace. Scarkill, goblins, let's get out of here.
But, your face, you never retreats like...
Don't argue with me, Scarkill. We're leaving. No questions asked. I've heard a concept so sickening tonight I've lost all appetite for battle. Let's just go.
Oh, Ferric, before you go...
What do you want?
Thanks. For being a good loser, I mean.
What did you say, you little maggot?
My lord?
What?
The ceiling? Shouting through fireballs ain't gonna help hold it up.
What? Ah! You'll get yours, she-sprite. Next time we meet, I'll turn you to stone, and then I'll take a chisel to the most inconvenient areas of your anatomy. Scarkill, goblins, we're leaving!
You used me, Treguard. You used my pain to beat him.
Your pain or Hegarty's life? Which did you think was the higher price?
They're gone. Now we call Greystack, huh?
I think that's a good idea. Gwen.
Hegarty will recover well. She's sleeping in her dormitory now.
Good.
Stiletta seemed most uncommunicative when I spoke to her a moment ago. Did I do something to upset her?
No, I think I did, but I'm sure she'll get over it. How long will the amber you've obtained last you?
Not long. Maybe several years, but no more than that. Even so, the Grey Sisters are now in a stronger position than they were a day ago. I suppose I must thank you for your aid.
As you were so quick to point out to me beforehand, it was in my own best interests.
How true. And I must warn you that this does nothing to change the political balance, although I feel compelled to grant you a single favour in future. One that must in no direct way relate to your feud with the opposition, I must stress. The Grey Sisters will remain neutral in your games of war. Much as we loathe Lord Fear, the sisterhood is simply too vulnerable to take a proactive role against him. Defending our boundaries is all we can do.
I understand, and in truth I expected no different. It was still a pleasure to defeat Fear on your behalf.
I am glad we understand each other, Treguard. But as for that favour I owe, please do not hesitate to ask.
Also a pleasure. Now if you'll forgive me, I must return to Dunshelm.
Of course. I wish a safe journey home for you and your companions. Oh, and Treguard.
Madam?
Next time you see Lord Fear...
Yes?
Please send him for a plummet over a 100-foot cliff. Just for Hegarty?
Madam, that will be the greatest pleasure of all.
The following scene was cut from the original script of the audio drama and was then recorded as a separate sketch 10 years later. In this scene, Olaf is played by Ricky Temple, Melisandre is played by Amy Davies, Motley is played by Ross Thompson, Cedric is played by Martin Harder, Golgorach is played by Jake Collins, and Adric is played by Martin Odoni.
So it went on, day in, day out. The old fool trying to teach me the ways of pure magic. The only people I associated with, aside from Merlin, were that half-wit jester Motley and his dippy girlfriend Melisandre. Hardly the most scintillating or engaging company for one of the greatest intellects who ever lived, I'm sure you'd agree. However, every now and then I could still extract a few meagre scraps of entertainment from the situation. These rocks should be a good spot to watch the battle unfold from. I can see them, they can't see me.
Hey up, Adric, me old mate. Me and Melly got your message.
I can see that, Motley. You'd hardly be here otherwise. Now get behind these rocks, both of you, and watch carefully.
Who goes there?
Shush.
Must have been my imagination.
What's this all about, Adric?
Just a bit of fun I've cooked up.
Fun? What fun, Adric?
Keep quiet and keep watching.
Why, Adric? Oh, what have you done now?
Shush, Melly, someone's coming.
Intruder alert, level 2! Halt, Oh, it's you! What in the underworld are you doing down here, you horn-headed dog's bottom?
Isn't that Olaf?
Yeah, and old Jarlsberg was a bit peed off about something.
There you are, you monkish person. And now, you just be handing over to Olaf what you looted from him, or things will be taking a turning for the nasty.
What are you gabbling on about, bacon breath? I ain't got nothing of yours, and you're supposed to be guarding the Veil of Worms. Go swing your hook before I knock some sense into you.
Olaf will go, once you give back to him what you stole from him.
Sounds like Olaf's been the victim of some looting and pillaging for a change. And boy, is he not happy about it.
Oh dear, they're going to get into a fight the way they're carrying on.
Yes, things do seem to be progressing nicely, don't they?
Nicely? Adric, have you ever seen those two fighting? It's scarier than watching two dragons going at it.
Adric, you wouldn't just happen to have something to do with this, would you, matey?
Motley, I'm hurt you needed to ask.
Look, dung for brains. I'm gonna tell you one more time. I ain't taking anything of yours, so unless you want to feel my quarterstaff playing a drum solo on your thick skull, you'll hop it.
Olaf not leaving. Olaf know you take his egg timer. Olaf not able to time his eggs correctly without it. And Olaf hate hard egg yolks. Olaf looted that egg timer fair and square from the year, and Olaf wants it back. If thieving monk person doesn't give it back, then Olaf will thump him top his head.
What in the name of flaming hobgoblins would I want with your egg timer? I don't even like eggs.
He has a point. What would anyone want with that egg timer of Olaf's? It's got woodworm.
You mean this?
Adric? You stole it.
Dazzling deduction, dungeon maid. Then I left the monk's spare quarterstaff in Olaf's den and let leaps of logic take their fair and judicious course.
But those two could kill each other.
I knew you two would appreciate the gag.
That's not a gag, it's a war declaration.
Olaf not know what you want with it, but Olaf find your staff where the egg timer was, so if you not be giving it back, then Olaf just going to have to be battering you till you do.
Right, I've given you all the warnings the Rosby Brotherhood demands of me. If you still want your canine friend bottom clobbered, maggot breath, clobbering time, here we come.
Oh God, Adric, just give him back the egg timer.
What? Ruin the show?
Yes, ruin the show, destroy the show, annihilate the show, detonate the show, exterminate the show, eradicate the show, expunge the show. For all I care, or just give Olaf back his blasted egg timer.
Not likely. This is the first interesting thing that's happened in the dungeon since I snuck a real dragon's tongue into the serpent's mouth cavern and Lilith's ledge melted.
Oh, so you were behind that too?
Don't pretend you didn't think that was funny, Nelly. It was hilarious when she fell into the pit. With any luck, that pompous cowslip will never come back.
You're sick. You are a sick, 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 sick sicko. You're the sickest sicko since Sickly Sycorax at the second of the secret glade of the six sycamore woods fell sick with sleeping sickness and was sick all over his sick bed.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah, they might kill each other.
They're just a pair of dungeon guards. What's the loss?
You horrid little... Stop it! Stop it! He's got your egg timer!
Oi, snitch.
Melly, get down. I don't think those two will be all that choosy who they hit.
Hey, that red-eyed lad has Olaf's egg timer. Is he friend of yours?
Friend? Me? Have a friend? Not very likely, is it?
Olaf, see what you mean, yeah.
You do you, Master Detective? Well, guess what? I don't think he's a friend of yours either. He must be the one who filched your egg timer.
Oh, now Olaf understand.
With some Vikings, you've got to explain everything. Right, you three streaks of solidified donkey puke. Let's make something clear right now. You stitch me up for stealing, and I make sure that you all need a lot of stitching up yourselves.
Yeah, and you give back Olaf his egg timer, or I be bonking and a-tonking you on your hills. Sorry, but orders is the orders, you know.
Orders? Who gave you those orders?
Olaf did just now. So, you be coming over here and receiving a tonking.
Oh, heck, now you've done it, Mells. Leg it.
I was only trying to help.
Yes, that's right, you two cowardly puss buckets. Run for it. As for you, you pale-skinned donk's bottom, prepare to be clobbered.
Clobbered? Only if you can reach me all the way from level 3. Spell casting. SHOVEL.
Oh no! You rotten, no good, cheating, stinking, dumbface, scuzzball of a... No!
I like this spell. If only Merlin would teach me more like this, eh, Hornhead?
Oh, very good spell, yeah. Olaf like this spell. Olaf think you very good at casting spell. Olaf really wants you to switch spell off now. Olaf would be really grateful if...
Yes, I will switch it off.
Oh, Olaf very grateful to...
After it's dealt with you.
Oh, Olaf not thinking he gonna be liking this. Oh, Olaf's right. Olaf not like this. Olaf's scared of her.
Wow, that was almost as entertaining as watching them hit each other. Oh, dispel HOVELS. Now, where did those two spoil sports get to?
Blimey, that was a close one, that was.
I don't think I can run another step.
That bloomin' Adric and his pranks. He'll cause some real turmoil in this dungeon one of these days.
There you are. Thank you so much for taking a joke in exactly the right spirit.
That wasn't funny, Adric. Someone could have been hurt.
And that bothers you, does it?
Doesn't it bother you?
Why would it?
You're supposed to be Merlin's apprentice. He would care, so why don't you?
Well, in that case, thank goodness neither of them were hurt.
Yes, thank goodness.
Until after you were gone.
What does that mean?
Nothing. I'll just have to find a less violent form of entertainment in future, I guess.
Look, entertainment isn't your job, Adric. That's my field.
Yes, Motley, you are quite egregious.
I am? What?
It means exceptional.
Oh, right.
In precisely the way that Akash was an exceptional dungeoneer.
Oh, it's that sort of a conversation, is it? Okay, here's one for you both. What do you get when a dragon chokes on Casper the Key?
Don't know.
A pain in the neck.
Damn, you know it.
Of course I know it. You told us it yesterday.
Did I?
Yes, right after the one about wall monsters being more unpleasant than a mouth ulcer with tax-raising powers.
Oh yes, that's right.
How come you didn't remember it, Melly?
Oh, well, you know how it is, Motley. Whenever it's one of your jokes, I sort of don't pay attention. Nothing personal, it's just...
It's just his jokes are about as funny as a wall monster doing stand-up.
And you could do better?
1, you're supposed to be the pro, not me. 2, I can do better than you, as I just demonstrated back there.
Not with you there at all. It wasn't funny in the slightest.
Yeah, you tell the old Salpus.
What did you call me?
Oh, look, can we stop taking swipes at each other now? let's play a game. How about hide and seek? That's a good game to play.
Are you sure? I mean, you're not very good at the hiding part. The seeker always smells you out, Melly.
Standing stock still in the centre of dungeon chambers doesn't make it much of a challenge either.
You know something, you two? The wall monsters aren't the only things in the dungeon that are more unpleasant than mouth ulcers.
We wall monsters are not more unpleasant than mouth ulcers.
What was that?
What's happening, Motley?
A manifestation.
What?
A wall monster, numbnuts.
I am Golgarak, the guardian of this chamber, and I do not take kindly to being called less pleasant than a mouth ulcer, especially by 3 sweaty-smelling bags of hairy meat. You have offended my kind's honour, and to remedy the injustice, I shall now feed upon you all.
Oh, blast. Being a wolf's dinner is not a glorious way to die in this dungeon. I'm out of here. Bye.
Damn it, Motley! You could take bravery lessons from the Guild of Assassins. Wait for me!
Now, look here, you unfinished face sculpture. I am Adric, protégé to Merlin the Magnificent, and if you make one move towards me, I'll... Merlin! That was basically my whole existence. What passed as lessons in magic by that old fool was only punctuated by being driven to the point of insanity by a pair of childish half-wits.